Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Renaissance Evening News.
We are known to be the best throughout Italy, and we've been around since the 1300s. We have followed our footsteps of our great-grandparents, grandparents, and our parents to make them proud and continue their job.
I'm Charles, and this is Stefan.
Now it's time for our daily news stories.
Our first story is about the Renaissance. Take it away. There's a new period of time called the Renaissance. It started after the fall of feudalism. People have been taking in consideration arts and literature more. The classics from Rome and Greece are being studied again. Artists are painting new beautiful works. Some of the most famous painters are Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo da Vinci, and Raphael.
On the other side, there's literature. Two of the most famous writers are William Shakespeare and Niccolo Machiavelli. The Prince is a popular book written by Niccolo Machiavelli. This is written to explain the world of politics from royal court. Some politicians are taking this book as criticizing. Shakespeare wrote Hamlet, which is a good book and play. He also wrote Romeo and Juliet, another great play. This is all we have today for this story. Thank you for your information, but currently Charles is out on the field interviewing Leonardo da Vinci. Let's check it out.
Hello, Leonardo. It's a pleasure to be able to interview you. I'm glad you didn't deny my offer.
Oh, no problem. I enjoy talking to my fans and sharing my great achievements with the world.
About your achievements, did you ever think the Mona Lisa would become so popular?
To be honest, no. Because I was hired by a wealthy man to paint a painting of his wife. But as you know, I have a bad habit of not finishing my paintings and starting new ones. After 7 years of the painting sitting in my closet, I decided to clean out my closet, and I found it there. I had forgotten that it was even there though. When I took it out, it was all dusty. At the time, I was working on creating wings, and I had to test the wings, but the weather wasn't cooperating. Thus, I had nothing to do at that moment. I finished the painting and let it dry while I slept.
That's a really interesting story, sir. But unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time. Therefore, I'm going to go on to my next question. Why would you use the notebooks and keep almost every one of them?
Well, that's a good question. There are two reasons why I kept notebooks. The first one was an everyday reason. It was to remind me of any idea I had just in case I forgot. In contrast, my second reason is not a common. I kept it because I believed there would be another great inventor like me when I passed away. Thus, my notebooks would be a guidance for the youngster.
Wow, that's mind-blowing. Thank you for your time, Leonardo, and the information you provided.
No problem. I'm sure that fool Michelangelo is jealous of me.
Well, anyways, that's all the time we have for today. Back to you. We'll be back after this break.
Have you ever tried to do your business but your chamber pot was just not comfortable?
Yes.
Did it smell bad, or was it just really dirty?
Yes.
Now introducing the all-new exclusive chamber pots. Now for sale.
They come in different sizes, small and large. And they have a good scent in them. It's the one that you choose.
We sell the best chamber pots. Best
Number
chamber
one.
pots. Even the Queen got a chamber pot from us. Usually our chamber pots go for around 240 coins, but really now, for the first 100 visitors, we are giving it for 50 coins.
50. Come to Chamber Clinic today. Get your new exclusive chamber pot.
Don't fuse it, just use it.
Welcome back to R.E.N. News. Leonardo and Michelangelo are having a debate.
Breaking news, breaking news. Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo are having a debate.
Leonardo, I'm a better artist than you.
My boy, who told you those lies? At least I'm not as dumb as you.
How dare you? Unlike you, I finished most of my paintings.
Well, at least I have ideas for irrigation and canals which can make the world a better place, boy.
By the time you do that, you'll probably be dead.
Talking about dying, when are you gone? How are people going to know how smart you are? I have so many notebooks that it'd be wiped out of history. I'm also a true Renaissance man, unlike you.
At least I'm not the one that can't get a job because I don't finish my work.
Really? Well, I am the one who knows a great deal about what people might invent in the future. Like machine guns, submarines, and war tanks.
I'm a sculptor. Unlike you, I sculpt. I'm not worried I might break a nail sculpting. You, sir, are a procrastinating artist. Ever heard of the Mona Lisa? Looks amazing. Have you ever heard of the sculpture of David? Yes. Well, I sculpted it.
Congratulations.
Okay. Well, that was interesting. Guess we'll have to wait till next time to see which one's a better artist.
Anyways, our next story is about the Great Schism. Take it away.
The Great Schism was a period of time when there were two popes. This caused great confusion to many Christians and weakened the Catholic Church. A major cause of this was because of the decision of Pope Clement V of moving the Catholic government from Rome, Italy to Avignon, France. This was in part due to the French king that he had caused his political power to have Clement V elected pope. In the 1300s, some monarchs were so powerful that they forced the Catholic Church to do what they wanted and support their politics. After Clement V, most popes that followed were French. It was because of this that other Europeans and many other church officials felt that the French king was controlling the pope. In the end, the Holy Roman Emperor had the power to influence the church to unify once again.
We'll be back after this break.
Have you ever wanted to own paintings done by great artists, but you couldn't afford it?
Yes!
Well, then you're lucky today, because we've hired a great painter named Raphael to make copies of these paintings onto cups or replicate the whole thing. Don't miss out on your chance, because supplies are limited. You can get famous paintings copied like the Mona Lisa or the Last Supper. You can't even get paintings replicated in exact detail. Look at this. Wouldn't you ever want this?
Yes! It's magical.
Visit us at Elizabeth Avenue and order your paintings or cups for only 150 coins now. Don't miss out.
Yay! Welcome back to R.E.N.
Our next story is about advances in science and technology. Take it away, Leo.
Thank you, Charles. In math, thinkers advanced the study of algebra by introducing the use of letters in algebraic equations. Scholars also made advances in anatomy and cartography or map making. One of the biggest inventions was the printing press. Around the 1400s, a German named Gutenberg invented a printing press. It used movable typed print pages. He used the printing press to print a complete version of the Bible called the Gutenberg Bible. This changed a lot of things. For example, the price of books dropped, which enabled everyday people to buy it. This encouraged people to learn how to read. That caused authors to use their native language or vernacular to write instead of Latin so they could make money. Writing in vernacular allows people to interpret the Bible and draw their own conclusions about religious teachings. Thank you for your time. Now back to you.
Back after this break. Have you ever been changing in your room when someone walked through the hallway?
Yes.
Do you feel embarrassed?
Of course.
Well, we have a solution for you. You can buy a high-quality cloth that has been weaved out of a good material. See, here's a sample. The cloth can cover the width of your room. Therefore, you can hang it from the ceiling with hangers and have lots of privacy.
This is such a good material. You can't see through it. Magic! There's no other store in Italy that sells such a thing. And it only costs for 5 shillings. And it's also second one free.
Hurry now! The offer ends this Friday.
Pardon for the interruption, but our news anchors are currently out in the field. They are covering the story of the Reformation. Take it away, Charles and Stephen.
Our news story is about the Reformation. Take it away.
During the Reformation, Protestant churches began to form. Throughout the 14th and 15th centuries, people wanted the church to reform and change.
Many people were also angry about how the church earned and spent its money. The church also offered indulgence, which you have to buy to forgive your sin as a way to make more money. This makes people believe they can buy their way into heaven. Many popes also spent church money for their own personal pleasure.
People also spoke out against the church. One such person is John Wycliffe, who questioned the Pope's right to levy taxes and appoint church officials without the king's approval.
Another named Desiderius Erasmus criticized church officials for neglecting Christian values. Many reformers saw the church as a corruption of the original Christian faith. Martin Luther's ideas soon came to represent the Reformation's ideas. His ideas were represented in the 95 Theses. The main points were the Bible is the only source of religious truth. People don't need clergy to interpret the Bible.
And salvation can only be gained through faith in Christ. Many people broke with the Catholic Church because they didn't want to be part of the corrupt Catholic Church. They are called Protestants. They use the word Reformation to describe the movement against the Catholic Church.
There are 4 main Protestant churches: Lutheran, Calvinist, Anabaptist, and Anglican.
The Lutheran Church was led by Martin Luther. He believed the Bible was the most important book for a Christian. The Calvinist Church was led by John Calvin. He believed that God has chosen or predestined a special group of believers for salvation.
Anabaptist, on the other hand, was led by Menno Simmons. Their church believed that the infant baptism is wrong and supports believers' baptism when a person understands what they are doing in a baptism. This means when being baptized, they are adults, not children.
The Anglican Church is led by King Henry VIII. The church began when the Pope would not give Henry a divorce from Catherine of Aragon. The church is almost identical to the Catholic Church, but priests can get married.
Thank you for your time.
Back to you.
Thank you, Charles and Stefan, for that great story.
My pleasure. Now, Stefan will be asking Martin Luther a few questions.
Let's take a look.
Hello, Mr. Luther. It is a pleasure to be with you today.
Hello.
So your story is fascinating. So you were hit by lightning and you promised to become a monk if you survived?
That's true.
Is that the whole story?
Well, yes. I was in the woods during a storm, and I was very close to being hit by lightning, and I prayed to the saints and said that if they saved me, I would become a monk. And, well, I'm alive today and a monk.
So you did keep your promise, as we can see, because you're holding the Bible. But let's not waste time and get to the questions because time is very limited. So, Mr. Luther, what was your belief in salvation?
My belief in salvation, that it comes only from faith in Christ.
Okay, that is really interesting. So what were your beliefs about the Bible and how it should be read?
I believe the Bible should be read in the vernacular so that everyone will be able to read it. Also, I believe the Bible is the only source of religious truth.
So that is interesting because you want everybody to read it, but the church is against you. They do not agree with that idea.
Yeah.
That's why you got kicked out of church?
Yes, but I still keep my beliefs.
So talking about the church and the reason they kicked you out, it was your 95 Theses, true? So what were the main ideas of the 95 Theses?
The main idea of the 95 Theses was the Bible is the only source of religious truth. People don't need a clergy to interpret the Bible, and you can only achieve by salvation by having faith in Christ.
Okay, that is fascinating, but that's all the time we have, and thank you, sir, for talking to us today.
Thank you for having me.
We will be back after this break.
Have you ever wanted to make copies of something you wrote down?
Did you decide not to do it? Because it takes too long.
Are you one of those people whose wrists always hurt because they write too long?
Well, you can do that now with the new printing press. You can print your writing instead of doing too much writing by hand.
Johann Gutenberg invented the printing press with movable type, and look what he was able to do. He was able to make a complete copy of the Bible.
Get your printing press today.
But I don't have room for one.
Well, that's okay!
You can come and print at a new workshop and pay 1 shilling for each printed paper.
Come to your nearest printing plus today.
Welcome back to R.E.N.
That's all for tonight, folks. See you next time on Renaissance Evening News.
Bye.
Oh.
Hi guys. So
Our friend Aram, we've known him since 2015. We just found out he lives in a very, very small house.
I mean,
In a
look
trash
at.
can.
I mean, look at this.
I mean, see, he's about to bring his house. It's
Like-
so light, even he can carry
What
it.
is this,
What
man?
is that?
I can barely take a pee in this.
So now, this house, so all you have to do is donate money and we can give this house to Aram. Go to www.helpsavearam.com.
Guys, if we reach our 10,000 goal, Aram will get a house that has a lid, a log, a bowl
Heater.
for water, deodorant,
He's a lot of deodorant.
and even hair gel.
Okay, thank you.
And hot water.
Thank you for
guys.
your time.
We'll get you updated
Okay,
later.
okay. Thank you.
11, 10.
Kyle!
Oh my god.
Keep going, keep going.
don't have all day.
The video's still on. 2, 1, go.
That's all for tonight, folks. See you next time on Renaissance Evening News. Is my hair back?
This movable type. And look what he was able to do. He was able to print a complete version.
Who's writing down something?
Have you ever made comments?
Welcome back to R.E.N. News.
We're magic.
2, 1. Where are you from? 3, 2, 1.
Breaking news, breaking news. Me and Aram are debating.
Well, my voice is dying, so I'm not gonna need a little much.
Well, we have the solution for you.
You can buy the all-new high-quality cloth. It gives you lots of privacy, and it's made out of dark wool, so no one can see through it. The cloth is so it covers your room perfectly. It comes in custom shapes and sizes. Therefore, you can hang it from the ceiling with hangers, and you have privacy. Magic! The store is not on their store in Italy. I can't see any other items.
I'm gonna point at the picture and make you look at the picture. Yes. And that was nothing like it.
Can't I smile at my interview?
Wait, we're supposed to have something here.
One. Breaking news. Breaking news. Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo.
Wait, I can't. Did it! We did it!
Did it!
We made it! We got the $10,000!
Yeah!
We got the house!
Yeah, let's ask
Aram,
Aram.
how are you feeling?
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good, bro.
Do you like the lock?
Oh my god, the lock sits perfect for the lid.
Do you like the hole?
Oh my god, dude, that is perfect.
Hey!
For my
See?
water, all I'm missing is a TV, and it'll be so
Why
good
don't
in here.
Why don't you show yourself and say thank you in front of the camera?
Thank you very much for my new house. Thank you.
Nobody pray for me. It been a day for me. Yeah, yeah. Hey, I remember syrup sandwiches and crime allowances, finessing on them with some counterfeits, but now I'm counting this Parmesan where my accountant lives.